Hi everyone, welcome to the Frugal Rules YouTube channel. I'm Nicole and this is my husband John, and together we run Frugal Rules. We're glad you're here. We hope that you value financial freedom as much as we do. Please click the red subscribe button so you can be notified of our new content.
You know, Nicole, I'm really glad that you mentioned financial freedom, because that's what saving money is all about. We save money so we can control our financial futures. Not knowing when or if we'll be able to afford to retire or even take a vacation is a horrible feeling. Looking at your bank account and seeing a smaller number than you want to or need to can feel very defeating. It's easy to feel hopeless. I know, because I graduated college with $50,000 in debt. Heck, when we were first married, I can still remember going to Target and not having enough money to be able to buy both aluminum foil and dental floss. That is crazy. We had to choose which one we were going to take home that day. I know many of you watching might be in a similar situation, but we're here to tell you that you can live financially free. It is possible to save money on a low income.
You know, I remember that shopping trip and many others like it. We were just learning how to live on a budget and not spend more than we made. We learned how to save, even when we were broke, and it has only become easier since then. If we can do it, then I'm confident that you can do it too.
Today, we're going to share 7 simple tips that you can use to start saving money, no matter how much or how little money you earn. Number 4 might seem a bit backwards, but it's my favorite tip, and I promise you it will be yours too if you hang in there and listen to it.
And at the end, I'm going to show you how you can save $10,000 in 1 year. So make sure to stick around for that.
Okay, let's dive into the first way to save money when you're broke: taking an honest look at your finances. You want to sit down and look at how much money you earn each month. Get out a yellow legal pad, if you have it, or a pen and paper. It can be that simple. Write down how much you earn from your day job and any side hustles. Then write down how much you spend each month. This part might take a little longer, especially if you really don't have a budget yet. If you've never done it before, a good place to start with is your pay stubs and your bank statements from the previous month. Don't be afraid of what you find. We can't change our financial habits until we see what money choices we are making.
Yeah, the truth can sometimes be hard to accept, and it seems easier just to stay in the dark, but that's a dangerous thing to do when it comes to your money. If you want some help with this first step, check out Tiller. It's a great app and we link to it below. It will help you analyze your expenses. It connects to your bank account and it puts all of your transactions into a Google spreadsheet for you.
A second tip for saving money on a small income is to stop overspending. That sounds simple, right? But overspending is something many of us do. Heck, it's what got me into debt into college. I can't count the number of drinks, concert tickets, CDs, and other crap that I bought, all on credit. I was using my credit cards to finance a life that I wanted but could not afford, and it finally caught up to me. If that's you, I encourage you to stop spending more than you make. That's the first and most important step in killing overspending. If you can't afford it, simply don't buy it.
Another way that you can kill overspending is by looking at what you spend on common things, everyday things like your cable bill, your cell phone bill. Did you know that the average American spends $110 per month or more on cable? Cut the cord. Sign up with a streaming service. You could choose one like Hulu Live. It costs half that amount. Then take the money that you save and throw it at your debt or put it in your savings account. If you're not sure how to cut the cord, watch our video on that topic. We also have one on the best streaming services out there. Both will help you make the transition. If you're paying too much for your cell phone bill, try a cheaper service like Ting Mobile. The average monthly bill for Ting users is only $23 a month, and Frugal Rules subscribers qualify for a $50 credit when they sign up. We have a link to them below, so check them out.
A third tip for saving when you have a low income is to look at what you're spending on necessities. After you cut needless expenses, the next step is spending less on things you can't live without. Do you live by yourself? If so, can you get a roommate? Doing so can help reduce your rent or mortgage payment. Throw the money that you get from the roommate into your savings account.
If you own your own home, look at refinancing your mortgage. A reduction of even 0.75% can save significant money each month. A resource like LendingTree can help you compare rates and find one that best fits your needs. You should also take a look at things like car insurance and groceries. Did you know that changing where you shop or who you're insured through can free up extra money that you can put to saving?
Okay, I teased this at the beginning. It's time for my favorite saving tip, attacking your debt. I told you that this might sound counterintuitive and it might seem backwards because paying down debt and saving money are two different financial goals, but they're very closely related. You often can't do one without the other. Debt is one of the main reasons people with little money find it hard to save. If you have significant credit card debt like I did, you must focus on slashing it. Otherwise, you will not end the cycle of debt and never save money. I know because I used to have $50,000 of debt. If you want to see how I paid it off, watch our video on that topic. Ask your creditors for a lower interest rate. Look at consolidating or refinancing your debt. Fiona by Even Financial is a terrific resource for this as it lets you compare over a dozen lenders all at once.
You know, John, you actually just touched on our 5th tip for saving money, contacting creditors. It's always better to contact your creditors than to leave them in the dark. Don't ignore them, don't lie, and don't agree to an unreasonable payment plan for your situation. Tell them the truth and ask what they can do to help. If you're in deep debt, consider using a credit repair company like one of the ones we've listed below. They'll help you find a solution. This option might not work for everyone, so do your due diligence before choosing this route.
Okay, let's move on to another great way to save money on a low income, like paying down debt. It might sound counterintuitive, but when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. One of the best ways to save more is to make more.
That's right, and this is something that many people overlook when they're trying to save. You can only cut so much. At some point, if you want to save more, you just have to make more. The first place to look for extra money is in your day job. Can you work overtime? Take on additional tasks? If so, do it. Then save all the extra money you make.
If earning extra money at your day job just isn't possible for you, use some of the popular delivery app gigs like Postmates and DoorDash to earn up to $25 per hour. We have an entire video on delivery app jobs that you can use to make more money, so check out that video for more ideas. Don't be afraid to get creative. When I was just out of college and paying off debt, I sold plasma to make extra money. It wasn't fun, but I knew that it helped out other people and it helped me get out of debt.
If starting a side gig isn't something you can do right now, don't worry. Another way you can make extra money is with a bank app like Chime Bank. Anyone can open an account as they have no minimum balance requirements. Chime rounds up all your purchases and puts them into your savings account. Just make sure you don't overspend to get that savings. Now let's move on to our final saving tip. Put your budget in writing and revisit it often.
I know it feels like a lot of work and it's probably the last thing you want to do at the end of a long day or week, but writing everything down is the absolute best way to save money when you're broke. Do what we suggested in tip number 1. Write down your income and your expenses. Look for things you can cut or reduce. Live by your budget. Think of it as a living, breathing document. Keep coming back to it once a month or more to look for more ways to save or make more money. As you change, your budget should change with you. Remember, although it may feel restrictive at times, a budget brings freedom, so don't be afraid to make a simple one and live by it.
That's so true, John. I remember when we first started living on a budget. It was tough, but I'm glad that we stuck with it. Before we sign off, I want to talk very quickly about something that might seem impossible to you, but it's not. Saving $10,000 in 1 year. How do you save this much in 1 year? Well, the same way you eat an elephant, one bite at a time. When you break it down, saving 10 grand in 1 year works out to saving about $193 each week. If you try all the tips that we suggested here, you may be able to do it. If you can't and it just seems too hard, How about trying to save almost $1,400 in 1 year? You can do it with the 52-week savings challenge.
This is a great idea because it gets you in the habit of saving money and building up a small emergency fund for you so that when you get an unexpected expense, you won't have to charge it to pay for it. It's easy to do. In week 1, you save $1. In week 2, you save $2. Every week, you add another dollar. By the last week of the year, you will save $52 that week. At the end of the year, you will have $1,378 saved.
I hope these ideas encourage you and show you that it is possible to save money no matter what you're currently making. Thanks for watching. Remember to leave us a comment below. Let us know what questions you have, and don't forget to click that red subscribe button so you can be notified when we post something new.